Good morning all, we're at the Motorist and that is a JDM meet at the Hubnut Social. And as soon as we drove up in the S2000 we actually got collared and said, "You're coming to the JDM meet, aren't you?" I was like, "No, we're actually coming to the Hubnut meet." And as soon as we drove in, you can imagine the looks we were getting. But this is just true Hubnut. Oh my word. There are some interesting vehicles. I can actually see a Shogun Evo over there. Seen the Shogun Evo. So yeah, there's also some guys here from the Lloyd Vehicle Consulting meet as well. So yes, we're gonna have a wander around. A serious array of t-shirts from the Hubnut merchandise range. There's one with a cat on. I might just have to get that on principle. So let's have a proper look around. So got some 2CVs, got an MG, Daewoo Matiz. My brother actually had one of those, and that is a t-shirt and a half. Fiesta XR2. Yeah, there's some really interesting vehicles, but that's what you expect in one of these socials. So I think that's a Unos rather than an MX-5. It's a Unos, isn't it? Rather than an MX-5?
Yeah, it's not got the plastic back.
Yeah. Interesting ride height as well. So yeah, if you're around the Motorist, then drop in. Also, this is where David actually bought this car. And if you go on and look at some of the cars that are listed, you actually see David's car in the background still. But everybody must have seen this car by now. And when we get to 10,000, this is actually going to be one of our feature cars. So we'll do a review with a brew with it as well, because it's spectacular. It's one of the best I've ever seen, to be honest. It is actually a Mardi Gras, but it's got Sacre Numero on the side. It's also got some other tweaks that David's done himself as well. And I don't want to spoil it all, so that is going to be one of our 10,000 subscriber specials. There's also going to be a lot of giveaways as well. We've got a lot of MG merchandise to give away. But in the meanwhile, let's explore the Hubnut Social. The last time I went to one, it was the Lakeland Motor Museum. And we only had 4,000 subs, and we're coming up to nearly 10 now. It just shows you how long ago it was, but obviously it was COVID, so everybody had to stop. So we've got 2 CVs. There's also a gent walking around the 2 CV t-shirt as well. Look at the patina on this. I do love classic French vans in that way. And if you notice, there's quite a bit of a difference for a start. You've got more rectangular lights on this one, circular lights on this, but there is quite a bit of difference when you look at the age. I mean, it did retain that shape for some time. I mean, our edge. When's R? Can you remember?
About 77.
So 77 to at least 85, 86, 87. So at least 20 years using a very, very similar shape. But that's what it is about this, isn't it? It's the characteristics of it. It's just, it catches your eye, it really does. Dodge Ram, Fiesta, and a Reliant Robin with the classic coat hanger aerial. Oh my word, the amount of cars in our youth that had that, eh? That's a Talbot camper as well, isn't it?
They're putting an A badge instead.
Apologies, I have no clue what that is. Looks very nice. Let's walk around the back and hope there's a badge on it. I'm trying to work this one out, to be honest. not an abandoned vehicle anymore. So that implies to me that it's actually been fully restored. But no, you're going to have to, if anyone knows what it is, please comment below, because I haven't got a clue. So the Bond Bug as well. There was one of these featured on the Hollyoaks. It's
got M. There's M's on this.
We're thinking it may be a Morris, so don't shoot the messenger. But hey, right, we're trying to work out what this is. It's part Beetle, part TT, part who knows? I don't actually know what it is.
It's got a Marquis Metro dash.
Really? And David's just informed me it's got a Mark 1 Metro dash as well.
Yeah, we go down. We go down.
It is extremely interesting.
Usually a couple of these.
Aren't the seats Rover as well?
MGs, I think they're MGs.
Yeah. So we think they've got MG seats as well. It's an interesting vehicle, so yeah, we're going to have to speak to the owner in a minute and just find out exactly what it is. In the meanwhile, we'll wander on. An Elise with a plaster on it. Lovely colour, that green as well. Mark 1 Escort. I assume it's a 1.1, but I don't actually know. And the Wolseley. A couple of them, actually. Morris Minor, 2CV. That is just crazy. More 2CVs. So we're seeing an abundance of 2CVs as well. So we've got a Plymouth here, Plymouth station wagon, and I love this style of modification. It just... well, it makes it special. I mean, when we were up at, what was it called? Hot Rods in the Hills. They had a lot of Plymouth Furies, and the look of a classic Plymouth. I mean, for a start, it's a massive car. So obviously, it's powered by a V8. And when you look into it, hell hath no fury. Like a yada, yada, yada. Not going to go down that route, bit controversial. But this, so it actually is a Fury as well, this. It's a Fury station wagon. You can drop the back window as well.
Because there was three. Sorry, mate. There was three kids sitting in.
Yeah, we love these old station wagons as well. That's the thing about them, isn't it? They're just massive. And it's got all the features as well. Look at this. Caston Suburban. Everything he's got in it, though. Just things like this. Side exit exhaust. I thought you meant the car was then. Custom Suburban and Fury at the front. So I wouldn't mind owning one of these, to be honest, but realistically, I don't think it'd fit in the drive, would it? We've got a big drive and it still wouldn't fit. So yes, the car's actually made it here after its unfortunate incident off a roundabout. So here's the merchandise for Mr. Ian Seabrook. I'll just have a quick wander through.
A 10-mile detour in Sunderland.
Oh, lovely.
Shot the A19 after the time tunnel. Yeah, good trip in.
Just going to have a wander around and see what there is. There's loads, isn't there?
And we do the garage tour, I think.
Yeah. Do you know this gent? Trains, cars, Scottish. Oh yeah. So T3. And a Cherry Europe as well. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. One of the cars I'd love to get at some point is a Cherry Turbo, to be honest. One of those, an MG Metro Turbo as well. Two rather rare cars. A James Coleman edition here, so for Granada. And a Mazda 929 Estate. I need to polish up on my early JDM. I really do. The thing about being here though is everything is interesting. Rather retro Elvis here. Deep in conversation. So let's have a wander down Cherry Europe and Arna. You are very knowledgeable, Free Pies and Chips Garage, if I'm trying to read it while walking. Oh, by the way, I did love your little Festival of the Unexceptional in your hometown. It's very cool. It's nice when you can do things like that, because like you, we missed it. MG Maestro there, MG Montego here. Rather nice. Reliant Robin, my word. I'd say this is a 2-litre EFI, but I don't actually know. Let's have a look. Well, it's been debadged, but from the spec, that's what I'd think. Morris Marina. Mark III Cavalier as well. Ah, Renault Twingo. MGF. And possibly 1.6 LXCM without seeing the badge to actually know. .8, nearly. My first car was a Sierra 1.6L, and it was in brown and it had Cortina alloys. They look very similar to the Granada ones over there actually. K10 Micro XGT Sportif, so. A Marina actually made it over there. That's interesting, in brown, yeah. Now, why doesn't that surprise me? There's a lot of American motors here. Oh, sorry, but I'm just going to have a proper look at that BX. Look at that duck spoiler. I take it the Grand Marquis is this. Right, okay. Yeah, I do need your advice on this one, to be honest, because I'm a bit lost when it comes to American cars. Looks very police car. So Mercury Grand Marquis, thank you for that. Left hooker, obviously. Oh, I like that Skoda. That is a nice Skoda, isn't it? Felicia? Is it? Or is it? I don't know. It's an early one, whatever it is. Look at the rims. Oh, debadged. Lovely. It definitely begins with F, so. Favorite, yes, of course. It's a Favorite.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if it was like when it was a red estate.
So the BX 16RS. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. I remember seeing, yeah, exactly. I've never seen one. I've seen the GTIs, but
Maybe it was a dealer special.
Wagon, yeah.
They did things like that back in the day, didn't they?
Yeah.
Stuck the badges, stickers on the bonnet.
Well, that was it. I was talking to, I can't remember who it was. And they were saying that, yeah, I think it was Joseph actually. The special edition was a couple of stickers and maybe an extra knob on the radio. Apologies, it keeps cutting out. Signal's a bit sketchy. So I've got Larden Neva here. Hussar edition, bad looks of it. 7 injections, so that's different. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. We've got one of these, one of the latest ones that's just come out of Russia, a legendary, and it's something a bit raw. We don't quite know what. In, I think it's October, so we'll be taking that proper off-roading up the lakes where we live. I do like this Corrado. Now, I assume it's a VR6 2.9, but like most of the vehicles here, they've been debadged. It's definitely had a respray as well. Okay, it's got an auto. Didn't expect that. Auto. That is a rare car. It's got a VR. So I'm at 3 Golf GTI, possibly 8 valve. Yeah, 8 valve I'd say. German plates around as well, very nice. That's the thing, the Mark IIIs are actually becoming rather desirable cars now. When I bought my Mark II, nobody would have a Mark III, but now the Mark III still retains the looks of the 1 and the 2, it's just a lot more rounded. And yes, I haven't missed the W124, I just thought I'd leave it till a little later. So this is a facelift one. I'd assume it's a straight 6 because of that vent on the side, but without looking at the back, don't know. 4-speed auto as well. 300, yes, a straight 6. And original wheels as well. Beautiful. In case you are wondering, our C124 has just gone in for the gearbox governor, but they're going to do all the other stuff that DVSA found as well. Rover 75 estate. 300, I don't know if it's diesel. I'd have to hear it, to be honest. I think it's a straight 6 petrol, to be honest. Didn't see D on it anywhere. E300, no, I would say petrol. And the clever thing about these is you actually had some seats that face backwards. So this is actually known as the S124 rather than the W124 or W124 estate. Can't wait to get Dorothy back, to be honest. Okay. So Dodge Vans. I didn't even know these were made by Dodge. I would have said something like Sherpa, but... And another 2CV as well. Oh, the humour. That's the thing. Whoa. David, look at this fully like standard Dodge van, yeah? And then look at that exhaust. And then those rims. And then think, wait a minute, this isn't quite what it seems. So far that we'll have to actually go and have a look. Really? Yeah. Thought as much. Go and look at that. Have a look at you can see the engine.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we were right. It's the kind of thing that, yeah, I know. It is. It says V8 on the back, but would you say that's a V6 or a V8? Let's have a look. I can't tell. A V8 possibly. So, yeah, not quite what you expect. Yeah. Imagine this at the lights next to you. Roll cage as well. Yeah, a bit different this. More original. That's the thing about this social. The vehicles that turn up are just, it's quite mind-blowing, to be honest. Some really, really interesting vehicles, and not everything's here either. So here's Annabelle walking around with the big camera as well. Yeah. You want to see the engine in that? Is it a V8 then?
6.6 Lincoln V8.
So it's a 6.6 Lincoln V8 in that, which I bet that made a racket when it came in.
Oh yeah, he had it down Melbourne drag strip last week. It's a weapon.
What will it do a quarter in then?
We're only running 8s because they've not finished the track at Melbourne, but it's
Yeah.
77 mile an hour in a quarter in an 8th. 9 point something seconds.
Yeah, no. And it gets traction as well, does it? It actually grips.
It's not too bad.
Does it kick a bit first?
Oh, if there's any grease down, it's...
Assuming it's rear wheel drive rather than 4, yeah?
Yeah, it's running... it's got a 3-speed automatic box with a Rover back axle on it. Yeah, it's an amazing piece of kit.
Yeah, when you open that back door, you don't expect to see that engine, do you, housed in the roll cage?
Anywhere it goes, and it'll pull up and try and keep it quiet, and then it's like, has he got it in that? But,
Yeah, exactly.
It was originally, he bought it, and it was being used as a tool storage shed in the barn. So we've had it around things.
It's amazing how many vehicles come from lives like that, isn't it? Like either barn finds or used as commercial vehicles.
Structurally sound, and it had the original engine in it.
Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way.
And it blew up the original engine because it absolutely godless, and it says if it goes again, it's on a V8. And
So it did.
and it's
That's how most of these modified vehicles end, isn't it? Basically, you have a standard engine, you think, oh, I'll get it back to its normal thing, and then you just think, oh, sod it, if the engine's going to go, why don't I put something in that's really going to make it get noticed?
exactly
Especially if it's going to be a drag strip van as well.
exactly it's scary fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine handling will be questionable.
On the but if you want, if I don't know if you're on YouTube or anything like that, but if anyone wants
Yeah,
to see,
you're actually live streaming now directly
brilliant.
to Planet Auto, so it's nice to hear an actual history of a vehicle whilst we stand with it, to be honest.
well, if anyone is interested in having a look at the van facility works,
Yeah,
it's his YouTube channel, and
Okay.
he follows the build.
we'll have to check that out.
There's a QR code on the back of the van.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's sticking in there. But,
Yeah, it's interesting. It's amazing what you find at Hubnut Social, isn't it?
it is. It's a wide variety
Yeah.
today.
Right, gonna carry on wandering. Nice chatting to you. Bye bye. Yeah, check us out, Planet Auto. Thank you. So yeah, we've got one of these coming very soon, and we're allowed to be proper raw with it, in a word. So let's have a walk back up and see what else has arrived. So a 2CV6 special here as well. So there is an abundance of 2CVs. A favourite wagon as well. The BX RS, I'm sure it was. It's definitely something like that. Yeah, RS. Interesting. An abundance of Rover 75s as well. That's very JDM, isn't it? Yeah, well, they've just started importing them from Russia into the UK, and that's why we've got a brand new one coming. So yeah, we know this is JDM, but the thing is, can you actually name the car? And that's a proper Jap plate as well. RSX Turbo C. Early Skyline. That's the thing, the vehicles of then look more like this. Where, in the undergrowth? You saying that's the Skyline? I don't know what it is. Skyline, yeah. No, I can't see a leopard as yet. K10 Micro. Let's carry on walking. That is proper rare, to be honest. Let's have a look inside it. So this is about as JDM as you can get. Oh my word. I'd love something like this. And it's got a history with it as well. Let's just have a quick read. R30 generation of Skylines, 81. Yeah, because you don't see many of those. I mean, there's a JDM meet over there, and there's R32s and 33s and 34s. Ah, right, okay. Really?
Yes.
I am having fun, Mr. Lloyd, yes. Well, David and I are having fun, aren't we? Mr. Lloyd's saying, are we having some fun? Yeah, so this is actually a micro camper. And we walked right past it because that's not what you expect to see. And he's got a Golf GTI t-shirt, so yeah, we love that straight away. Oh my word.
This is going to be special.
I'm going to fall down the bank in here if I'm not careful. So I take it you use it, go on tours?
Yeah, pretty much every weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
What engine's in it? Is it just a standard?
6 HDI.
Right.
Got a secondary battery fitted as well.
Yeah, leisure battery.
This
Was this a conversion you've done yourself
is a
then?
kit.
It's a kit that you buy online?
Kit you back on. So all the front back seats down, push the 2 front seats forward, and then this folds out, gives you a big 7-foot bed.
7 foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I didn't expect.
Obviously, that's a decent cushion, so it's as wide as that. So it's a standard 4x6.
It's like a decent double bed, yeah.
This is a split unit, so this unit comes out. Then you can make it just a single bed. With your storage inside to put light. If you're daft enough to. Not built for bike riding.
No, I used to ride, not anymore. Yeah, you're right. Free Pie and Chips garage. Yeah, I didn't realise you could get kits like that either, to be honest. But it's because
And this is my group on Facebook.
micro campers and friends. So there's a few of you.
3,000 members. It's
3,000 members, all with this kind of size van.
or a Capri or a Transit Connect. VW Caddy.
Really? It's a perfect place to come, isn't it? Hubnut Social. Oh, my word. I didn't even know there was a community of micro campers. Did you?
No. I had my first one when we lived in Spain.
Right.
I bought a kit from a guy in Wales.
Did you start the community then?
I started this group.
Yeah.
It's grown from the 5 or 6 people to now just short of 3,000.
It's a very, very clever way of basically buying something like a Caravelle on a budget. It really is.
It's not just on budget this time. I bought this
Yeah.
because I didn't want to have 2 vehicles.
So you wanted something that you could actually commute in as well, and yeah.
But I live in an apartment. I have 1 parking space.
So it's the perfect thing. So actually you can drive it to the shops and go camping to Europe.
And you can't park a wall.
Yeah, without height restrictions and all that. Yeah.
It gives me 55 to the gallon on the road. I've still got versatility by the back seats as well. My steps up, so it's
I think we're going to have to do a bit of a feature on micro camping at some point, to be honest. I didn't even realise this community existed, as I said. But that's it, you just walk straight past it and think, yeah, it's either a Peugeot Partner or a Kangoo or whatever, Citroen variant, but whoa. Well, eyes forever opened at the Hubnut Social. Citroen Zara. Yeah, they are. So the MG Maestro EFI non-turbo. I can't see a turbo anyway. Yeah, some. Oh, the QX V6. Right, okay. What I'd like to see today is a Honda Legend, to be honest. Alright, let's carry on, see what else we can find. Here's Richard's Accord as well, so you likely saw this at the social. Also, Mr. Lloyd has reviewed it as well. And you never know, we might actually do something for Mr. Lloyd while we walk around. 306 convertible there. Oh, Mr. McCall Motoring's here. I didn't realise. So yeah, this is the vehicle we saw at social as well. So that's part one of our walk around. A load more cars have turned around since we've actually got here. So what I'll do is have a bit of a break and then check back in a bit. It could well be, if you want me to film a video of Mr. Joseph Lloyd, just say. You did do the same for me whilst with the MG5, so if you need a vid, shout. It'll be extremely shambolic though. I mean, you know my knowledge on certain cars like this. I can tell you the model, but when it goes to trims and engines and things like that, not quite as knowledgeable as Joseph. The Roadmaster. Okay, which one's the Roadmaster? You have to tell me where it is. Oh, there's something coming towards me. Subaru Forester Legacy. Legacy. The brown Buick. Okay, right. Is that the one in front of me? What's this? I gotta look at this. Ah, the Roadmaster. Right, I got it right. I'm colourblind, so you have to basically point me in the right direction. I can see it's two-tone. That's about it. Oh, this is proper retro. This is the kind of thing you probably see on the roads all the time. And there's a tape. Look at those seats. Chevrolet Capri. Ah, right, okay, Chevy Caprice. Right, okay, that makes sense. I've never seen one of these. I've seen Caprices before, but I've never seen one of these. Look at the width of them. Yeah, I can imagine that, to be honest. They look like they've got big comfy suspension and big bubbly tyres. Interesting style of alloy as well. It's like a split rim. It sounds like a horror film in the background, whatever it is. Oh. So what engine's in this then? I'm guessing something like a V8. Like pretty much every vehicle here. Okay, I'm not actually cutting off for lunch. I'm going to continue walking around while I get questions. So yeah, Marco Motoring's Fiji. Or Fiji. Also, Mr. Wool's Wheels is putting out a review on that, or it's been out or something. He definitely saw it when we were at the social. Also, that's a point. Wool's Wheels actually putting a review out on David's 205, and I think that's tonight. LS 5.7, right, okay. Now that's an engine that a lot of people choose to put in a lot of cars. So it looks like I may be filming a shambolic shuffle for Joseph a little later. Expect it to be ridiculously shambolic, because my knowledge when it comes to cars like this is, well, I need to polish up a little more. Ooh, Mark IV Escort. Ah, early range as well, my word. Reliant Kittens, yeah. I need to come over and look at the Mark IV Escort, because this just takes me back to my childhood. I had a lot of Orions. I mean a lot. I think it was about 4, so. Recaros, not what you expect to see. Wait a minute, it's got a rev counter. 1.3 with Recaros and a rev counter. Yeah, I was going to say, and a big exhaust that really doesn't look like a 1.3.
Like a stainless 3.5, aren't we?
So it's an RS Turbo then?
Yeah. With the trims and it's got the car on.
Yeah, exactly. It looks very Series 2 to me. Yeah. And then sleep in it, even with the wheels. It is, but it's I know it's even got the ride height of the pops as well.
Either terrified himself or terrified.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, imagine that from the lights. Squirrely would be the word. Yeah, I mean 155s. They had a 18. Wait a minute, what was it? 195 50/15s on them. Turbos. Well, that's it. It'd have to have uprated fuel lines and all types of things, and suspension, you'd expect.
You'd like to think that they've gone to Wilwood and got something that'll fit under 13s. You don't want to be on solid disc.
No, you want vented or, cross-drilled or something, at least. And there's Mr. Mark on motoring. How you doing? Likewise, Mark. Likewise. I've just seen your car over there as well. Have you? Yeah. Ooh, Sirocco. Have you seen this? It's a 1.3 popular with Recaros, a boost gauge, and a big exhaust. It's actually a Series 2 RS Turbo by the look of it. Yeah. It's only when you look around it you actually see it, because you think sleeper, and then you look. He's put the wheel trims on, so if there's any calipers or discs or whatever hidden. Yeah, I know, likewise. That's it, like you said, it's like a sweet shop, isn't it? Because I suppose it's quite close to you, this, isn't it?
About 10 mile.
10 mile, yeah, we've travelled, I think it's 2.5, 3 hours, was it? Yeah, so yeah, it's basically the social again. So we've got Mark and David as well.
Yeah, last time we travelled, about 250 mile each way to, well, I did, in fact, I did 700 mile laps, I think.
I think we did about 6. Yeah, it is. Yeah, weirdly, it's really hard to go east, isn't it? Really hard. If you go south, it's acceptable, but no. Yeah? So did I.
But it's nice to be here. I've seen more cars have been excited about here than...
There's a lot of American stuff, isn't there? Yeah. The Grand Marquis, Rover Master, all types of things. Thanks to Free Pies and Chips Garage for his knowledge, not mine. So we're going to carry on looking around, and there's the JDM event right in the background that they tried to collar. See you later. Have you seen the car we came in? It's the S2000 that they've tried to collar for the JDM meet. So it's Honda's heritage car. If you want to have a look, it's over there somewhere. Yeah, well, I'll put it there. Just do some hooning. Oh my word, another W124. A Cinquecento Sporting. Right, I know what that is. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just doing laps then. Can you see a Cinquecento Sporting anywhere? Oh, there. I think it is, you know. By that bumper at least. And the wheels. That's the interesting thing about the cars here. They're never Concours per se. Yeah, the exhaust says it's sporting just by looking at it, to be honest. It's got like an interesting patina to it. I wonder if it'll stay like this or it'll be renovated. That's the thing with the Hubnut audience. You don't actually know whether they're going to keep it like that or bring it back to stardom. i3, love those. Civic Estate. There's some interesting things. They're called CZC. I like the Black Hawk one of the Yeah, they were. Is that an old Ellis car? What is it?
That's good, wasn't it? It was an Ellis car.
Yeah, I know. I can't actually remember its name. Yeah, that's it. I think so. So yeah, 5 Series as well. And 2 5 Series is this, and the S2000, and an Annabelle. Annabelle, we've been live now for 42 minutes, and we've met Mark as well. Yeah, we saw that at Goodwood. Is that the EC4? E21, yeah, shark nose. So there's 2 shark noses here. It'd be nice to see something like a 635 coupe, the early one, if we could, but we don't know what's going to turn up. Ah, yes. Right, let's carry on moving then. LMG, BX Estate, a V8 122 possibly, of a V90. What's the name? XC90? Can't remember. Scimitars, not many of these around. Seicento as well. Yeah, that doesn't look like your normal Mini, does it? BX Estate, yeah, exactly. Oh my word. Shoehorn comes to mind. Yeah, there's a Taurus here, I can't remember where that's gone. Ah, there it is. Sorry, I'm just a bit captivated by this Mini and trying to work out what engine's in it. It doesn't look like your standard 1275, does it? I'm kind of venturing into JDM territory. I might actually come back with a different live for that. Rover 600 coming in. Oh, Honda logo like the one we actually reviewed. We picked a good day to come, haven't we? Yeah, I know. Right. If there's anything you want me to focus on, just shout. And if it's something American, you're going to have to spell it out to me. Because David and I aren't particularly knowledgeable on American marks. I am going to wander over to the Scimitar and have a look at the Sirocco as well. Vauxhall Omega right at the back. Golf GTI Mark III 16 valve. So basically, I'm assuming the Ford Taurus is a Cortina, but just American spec. So Taurus TC, so yeah, that's it. Free Chips and Pie Garage is actually saying this is the Taurus. And I turned around and saw a Cortina and thought, and then I read Taurus and thought, right, okay, it's just our lack of knowledge. Thank you for the thumbs up and thank you for sharing this as well. Getting quite a few views. Yeah, that's what we thought, Mark 3 Cortina underneath. Let's keep moving on. So that's a Ford. Any ideas?
For a Zodiac.
Zephyr or a Zodiac? Okay. The Taurus is German, not American. That doesn't sound I could have sworn Taurus is American as well. You can't know. Mind you, that is a German style plate, ironically. Yeah, because that's what they do on the Volkswagens. So, right, okay. We live and learn. No, not yet, but we're going to have a look in a moment. Sorry, I just missed whatever you said then. Make sure I don't trip over. Taurus in America, but Taunus was German. Oh, it's a Taunus. It's a Taunus, not a Taurus. Taunus. Swift. No, this is Free Pies and Chips Garage, who lives over the pond and knows all this. Hello, Richard. How you doing? I'm still raving about being on that C5 Mish, I tell you. I've got to put up some videos of that Sinclair C5. Me just grinning. Right, okay, so Reliance Scimitar here. But the one I want to really have a look at is the Sirocco. Now, I'm hoping it's a Storm. German style plates and 3-piece split rims as well. Yeah, interesting. Cloth interior. Momo steering wheel. Oh, yes. Sirocco GT. Okay. Makes sense when you look at it, actually. Beautiful example, though. Stretch tyres and pretty deep dish wheels as well. Base CL. Okay. Why do you think it's a base CL? I'm intrigued to know. I can't see. What it could have been is just stripped right back. It's like my Valva. It doesn't really look like a Valva per se. It's a GT, the driving lights have been removed. Yeah, it could be, to be honest. I mean, if you've looked, most of it's been smoothed out, and it's also had the body kit sprayed, because if you remember the GTs and things like that also had body kits rather than colour coded. But it's grabbing attention. Larger grille. Yeah, well, that's it. I suppose modifications is the way you want to take it, isn't it? So they will put something off an earlier spec on just to make it stand out a bit. But you're right, it does have the thinner lights, doesn't it, when I look at it? Because they had much wider lights. That's more like a Westy grille on, say, a Mark 1 Golf. I like that, and I think that's been done purposely. I don't even reckon it's got a standard engine either. It's probably something like a 20 valve 1.8T Rover 600. Sorry, but I just have to look at this. So, yeah, you don't see many Shogun Evolutions. I remember seeing one at Fortin services once and tripping over, not knowing what it quite was. So, Mivec powered as well. So, Evo engine, essentially. Weirdly, could have sworn I've seen one with vents that come out there. There may have been different gens. And looking at it, interesting, yeah. I don't actually know. Ooh, Honda Prelude. Don't see many of those. Montero, never heard of that. Proper JDM meat here, isn't it? Look at it. Sierra RS Cosworth Sapphire as well, assuming rear wheel drive. So yeah, here's another fellow YouTuber. How you doing? Yeah, very good. You've come a fair old journey down here, haven't you? Yeah? And we've just come, well, from the northwest coast to the east, but yeah, we're seeing some interesting vehicles. So that's the thing about Hubnut Social, isn't it? It's just full of really, really interesting cars. So yeah. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I'm just absolutely amazed by the American offering here. This just does everything. Mind you, it's amazing where it takes you on this walk around the Motorist, isn't it?
I've been trying to keep crashing the JDM section.
Well, they tried to get us to park the S2000 in the JDM section. They were like, "You're here for the JDM, no Hubnut." Really? They'll want your car? And I say, "Well, nope, it's in the Hubnut section." So, saying that, I do need to maybe have a little run around in it because it was getting some looks. But that's a Honda Heritage car for you, isn't it? Beautiful example. Well, enjoy. And yeah, we'll catch up with you later. See you later. 270Z, 240Z. Early Porsche 911 as well. K11 Micra, 6N2, MX5. Ooh, a Civic just like Valek, but it's a 1.4 injection Fusion. Let's find out. Civic Sport. Interesting. It's about as Valek as you can get without being Valek, to be honest. It's got exactly the same interior, like exactly. Except the wing is not absolutely scuppered. We're at the Motorist, in case you're wondering, and it's the Hubnut Social and also a JDM meet as well. So Sylvia's GTRs, Nissan 200 SXs, an S2000. So this is an S2000 GT, and ours is the 100 edition. Ah, relocated number plate, interesting. Torado, yeah, I've never heard of that, I'll have to go and have a look. That is a bit different. This must be a late one as well then, if it's got the S2000 bit there. And I mean, I know about modifications, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. And so there's a postcard. Looks like some kind of raised 6-speed. Interesting. Oh dear, that is crazy. I reckon it's been tuned as well because those exhausts are not standard. Maybe blitzed, something like that. Hell of a body kit on the MX5, EP3. Subaru Impreza STI, GT86. A lot of Subarus actually. So there we go, let's move back to the Hubnut bits and see what there is. Ah, Citroen AX. Renault Space. Sorry, it's like being in a sweet shop today. There's just so many different and interesting cars here. Everything from Evos, whoa, I do like R32 GTR over there. And the minivans, micro campers, all manner of things. Yeah. So there you go, we're going to go get some lunch now, and what I'll try and do is come back later. I'll have to put the phone back on charge because I've used 80%. Thank you for watching the live. I didn't expect it to be 55 minutes, but if your car's here, we love it. Thanks everybody, and bye-bye.